Hi guys, in this course we are going to create Angular application which are going to be an application for catering company. In this first video we're gonna set up our environment, install tools, nodejs, nodejs package manager, Angular client interface, command line interface, and some editor, which we're gonna be Visual Studio Code. So let's start with Node.js. Let's navigate to nodejs.org, which is the web page of Node.js. This is a JavaScript cross-platform runtime which can serve JavaScript, which can execute JavaScript code. Let's download the long-term support version. You can choose current if you want, but we're gonna use this one. After it's downloaded, let's install it. Make sure that the Node package manager will be installed. It is by default chosen, and make sure that the node is going to be added to our path environment variable. We can automatically install the necessary tools if you want. It is very useful because if some package is gonna need a Python or C++ library, it's gonna do it automatically without our integration. After a few seconds, it is going to be installed. Cool, we have Node and npm. Let's open the command prompt. Just type in cmd and let's see if the node is working. We can see we have the node interface. We can click 1 + 1 = 2, perfect. Let's click Ctrl C, which will exit. You have to click it twice. Next we're gonna check if npm is working. We're just gonna list the version of our npm. We can see it's working. Okay, let's go back to the browser and let's install Visual Studio Code. Just Google it, click on the website, and let's download the version for the Windows. After it is downloaded, let's just install it. It's not gonna take long. Cool, let's open it. This is the starting page of the Visual Studio Code, which is free code editor. So let's go back to the command prompt and let's navigate to the directory we want to create our project. For me, it's gonna be documents. Now we're going to use the command line interface of Angular. First, we're gonna install it by using Node Package Manager. npm install will install the selected module. The -g flag will install it globally. That means that if we want to use it anywhere outside of the documents folder, it will be available on your computer. We can install it without the global flag, but it will be only available in the documents path. So let's use the global flag, and let's type Angular CLI. So this command line interface is very nice to use with the creating Angular app. It helps you create all the modules, new projects, setting up the project and everything around it. So it installed. We can check if it works. Let's type ng, which will give you the available commands. We're gonna use the new. We will create a new workspace and initial Angular application. So let's create new project. After new, we're gonna put our name. I'm gonna name the project catering. We would like to add Angular routing and help improve. I'm gonna use the SCSS because I'm used to it. If you used to it any other syntax for styling the document, you can use different or simple CSS. Okay, so the app is created. It's downloading all the packages and dependencies for the project. Let's navigate and open the folder from the individual studio code. Yeah, let's open the whole project folder. It's still gonna install in the background some dependencies, but we can walk through the basic project structure and what's in the in those files. So we have end-to-end catalog, which is end-to-end tests. We're not gonna use it right now. So we have SRC, which is the source code of our application. And in the SRC, we can see that we have some assets, which can be images, it can be styles, it can be some additional JavaScript or anything you want. In the environments are the TypeScript configurations for our environments. For default, it's 2 environments. It's like the test environment, which have the production property, which is set to false, and environment prod have the same flag, but it's set to true. In the app folder, there's one component, which is app component. It has some HTML, it has some a small TypeScript, and that's it for this one. We also have app module, which is the main module for our application, and app routing, which has some rows which currently are empty. Index HTML is the main file for our application. It is served when someone visits your site. In main TS is the entry point for our application. It is compiled with just-in-time compiler and bootstraps the application root module, which is app module. We have some polyfills for all the browsers and style CSS is the global style file. Here are also some configuration files. Let's go look to the package.json. It contains some scripts which can be used in the terminal. It can build and serve and host our application, and also all the dependencies that are used in our project. You can see that we have some Angular projects dependencies. And if you install some new packages, it's gonna be in this folder. Testconfig.json, it's the base TypeScript configuration for the project and the workspace. All the configuration files inherit from this file, and it's like how to compile our TypeScript into the JavaScript definitions and etc. And the configuration file for the project is Angular.json file. Is this command line interface configuration default for the projects, how to build it, which assets are gonna be copied, do we use ahead of time compilation, and some configuration for tests, for serving, etc. So let's open the terminal in Visual Studio Code, and let's try the ng serve code, which is gonna which is gonna compile and build our application and then serve it and host it on the localhost server. So it's compiling the libraries. The application is compiled, and it created some files, and our application is available on localhost 4200. So let's navigate to that, and we can see that this is our catering app. It is running. It has some base HTML that was generated by the Angular. And what is good about it that the ng-serve is listening for some changes. So if you enter the app component, which is what we see here, if we delete all of that, it is recompiled. The new main.js file was generated, and you can see that the app is empty. So that's it for our first course, and in the next one we are going to start building our application.